Hello, everybody. We are at the top of the hour here at the Illinois Association of College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair powered by StriveScan. My name is Sibel Rasim. I'll be your facilitator for this evening. Thank you so much for joining us. We have some amazing institutions here to tell you some awesome information about themselves. So we're going to get started in just a minute, but I have some quick housekeeping items for you all because as we know, time flies when you're having fun. So I just want to make sure everything goes smoothly as we possibly can have it. So first and foremost, we encourage questions. Please ask those questions. If you want to ask a question, please click on that Q&A button in your little Zoom toolbar. Once you use that Q&A button to type in your questions, you can do that at any point in time. And I stress, do that at any point in time. Do not wait until the last minute because we only have 45 minutes on the clock and we don't want to cut you off at all. We want to get those questions answered. Also, when you're asking questions, please make sure to address the institution that the question is for so we know who the question goes to. Again, please ask those questions at any point in time, but also check the chat. Although your chat is disabled as an attendee on your end, these presenters might be putting some great information in the chat. So if you see a notification in the chat, go ahead and check it out. Also, this is a webinar style type of virtual college fair, which means the panelists cannot see or hear you. You are muted and your video is turned off. So checking that chat, but also using that Q&A to ask your questions is super important. Also, disregard the signing up for more sessions. We're out of sessions for this evening. This is the last session of the night, but feel free to check out other StriveScan powered college fairs at other universities, colleges, or high schools as well. Last but certainly not least, maybe mom missed out on tonight. Maybe grandma wants to know about stuff, right? Or maybe you just want to relive the fun this evening. Guess what? You could do that. Recording will be available of all sessions that are being recorded, and it will be available at strivescan.com/Illinois. Now, without further ado, I would love to get started. Our first institution up is McHenry County College.
All right, hello, good evening. My name is Kristen Mueller and I am presenting from McHenry County College tonight. So McHenry County College is a community college located in Northern Illinois. We are in Crystal Lake, Illinois, which is in McHenry County. So we serve primarily students within our district, although we welcome students from really anywhere too. We offer associate's degrees that can transfer on to four-year institutions or programs that are career specific to get you training to go straight into that career after you graduate, as well as shorter programs, certificate programs that can take as little as one semester to complete to up to a couple semesters to complete. Our classes are offered in person, online, blended. We kind of are offering a little bit of everything right now because we know everyone needs something different at the moment, but our students like to be able to have those choices. So in-district tuition rates are $111 per credit hour, which means that you're getting a lot for a little bit of money goes a long way with our college. So we do have registration open now for summer classes. So if you're looking to pick up a summer class or two and have that either transfer on to whatever college you primarily go to, or if you're looking to take a couple of semesters with us or a full degree, we're here to support you with whatever your plans are. So let us know and we are here to help you realize that. So McHenry County College is a smaller size campus. It can take you pretty quickly to walk from one building to the next. They're all connected. So we do offer small class sizes. The average class is about 20 students. It's a very community feeling sort of campus, very walkable to get everywhere really quickly, and there's parking available all around. So as I mentioned, we have about 20 students in a classroom, just 6 buildings, so not particularly large, but we do have about 7,000 students. So it's pretty sizable for community college. Obviously not everybody's there all at the same time. So it's a good small community feel. We are in a rural area, suburban sort of area, and it is a commuter campus. So I mentioned the different types of programs we offer, classes to transfer on, as well as associate's degrees that are career focused. We also offer non-credit programs and classes that are either professional training or something that's a little bit more of just like a personal skill development. So we have a little bit of everything for everyone. So definitely utilize your community college. I know that schools are from all over the place tonight, but it seems that we are able to connect to a wide range of locations. But anyway, all of our programs are at mchenry.edu/path. So you can get a sense of what's going on and how you can take that to your next level. So our website is mchenry.edu. I hope that you can come out and take a look. I really welcome everybody to attend our big event that's coming up next Wednesday, March 24th from 5 to 8 p.m. So it's not a 3-hour event, it's 3 hours for us. You just come in and pop around and get to virtually visit all of the different programs we have on campus and get to know what's going on. We're also going to have a series of information sessions throughout the evening. So this is a completely free virtual event that you can enjoy from the comfort of your home. And that's going to be at mchenry.edu/meetmcc. So I will put that into the chat box in a little bit, but please let me know if you have any questions. I'll be here for the rest of this evening, and let us know how we can help you going forward. Thank you very much.
All right, awesome. If you have any questions for McHenry County College, please put it down in the Q&A at the bottom. Next up, we have Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design.
Hello, everybody. My name is Sarah Sutterfield. I am a senior admissions counselor at the Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design, located in downtown Milwaukee, Wisconsin, particularly in the 3rd Ward, which is the Historic Arts District. So that's a little bit about who we are. Located right downtown, we have 5 majors, Bachelor of Fine Arts earning only. So illustration, communication design, product design, interior architecture and design, and then fine arts at MyEd is interdisciplinary, and it's called New Studio Practice. We have 930 students total, so you have small individualized class sizes, and a really specialized program for art and design is what you're kind of getting when you are having a MyEd education. 1/3 of your curriculum is going to be liberal arts. So that's art, history, writing, humanities, and science. 2/3 of your curriculum is going to be in your studio major. We also have a cross-curricular curriculum, with Marquette University, who is our neighbor, also in downtown, but more west, maybe about a mile. You can study abroad through semester basis or through the ACAD exchange program. So some of those other ACAD is an independent art organization through accredited art colleges. You might have heard of some other art schools. So you could maybe attend one of those other art schools for a semester while paying your MyEd tuition and paying the tuition at MyEd, which is really nice. There are also, our students are really focused on internships and careers. So our placement rate after graduation is really high for all of our majors. Fine arts is probably the lowest because that statistic doesn't account for students who go right into their master's and continue on with their education. The actual facility is really cool. So we are an old automotive factory, and it has that gritty feel to it. When you walk in, you really feel like you can make artwork in this building. Our facilities include one of the largest printmaking labs in the Midwest, a 10,000 square foot wood shop, textile lab, emerging technology center, laser cutters, vinyl cutters, more. If you want more information on our lab spaces, we have tons of virtual tour options available. I call these the MyEd dorms in this presentation, but they are 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom apartments that are right across the street from MyEd. And by sophomore year, you have a personal studio in your major that you're studying. So how do you apply? If this is all sounding good to you, maybe if you're a junior right now, you can screenshot this, take notes for next year. You can also email me and I will work with you individually as your counselor. But our application is always free, no need for a fee waiver. We require 3 things: the application, your high school transcripts, and a portfolio. And really, if you're a junior right now, your portfolio is what you should be working on. And you should be working with your MyEd admissions counselor now if MyEd is a place that you are considering to apply to in the fall semester. Other things, ACT, AP, personal essay, letters of rec, all optional. I'm really trying to maximize your scholarship potential because every student admitted into MyEd receives a scholarship. Out-of-state scholarships begin at $16,000 per academic year. So with that, ignore these dates on the left. It's a little outdated, apologies, but feel free to reach out to me. My contact info is not outdated, and I'll put some things in the chat for you as well. If you are a freshman, sophomore, junior, I'm available to give you a portfolio review. So I have my calendar linked, and I will in the chat. Feel free to schedule a portfolio review with me. Email me images of your artwork. I can send you a video of feedback to you, and we can kind of go from there. But thank you guys for joining tonight.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design, please put it down in the Q&A. Next up, we have IUPUI.
All right, good morning or good afternoon, sorry, good evening. My name is Jamie Newsom. I'm the Assistant Director of Regional Recruitment and Outreach at IUPUI. So IUPUI stands for Indiana University, Purdue University, Indianapolis. We are a really unique institution because we're a joint partnership between IU and Purdue. So what does that mean? That means that we have our own campus in downtown Indianapolis with about 500 acres and 30,000 students total. Of those, 21,000 are undergraduate students. We have our own mascot, Go Jaguars. We have our own Division I sports teams that play in the Horizon League. But at the end of the day, all of our students are going to earn a degree in from either Purdue or IU. So there is no such thing as an IUPUI degree. It does not exist. We currently have 550 different academic programs at IUPUI through 16 degree granting schools. Here are a list of some of our schools, and I'll run through these really quickly just to kind of give you some context around each of them. The Heron School of Art and Design is the only fully accredited School of Art and Design in the state of Indiana. The Kelley School of Business is going to be the same Kelley that you would find in our campus in Bloomington, but all of your classes, again, will be take place in our campus in Indianapolis. We have the only School of Dentistry in the state of Indiana, and it does include an undergraduate degree in dental hygiene. Our School of Education. The School of Engineering and Technology is a Purdue school, meaning that, again, you will take all of your classes on our campus in Indianapolis, but at the end of the day, you're going to earn a Purdue Engineering or a Purdue Technology degree. Our School of Health and Human Sciences are where you'll find classes such as tourism, as well as our exercise science program. Informatics and computing would be classes such as bioinformatics, health informatics. School of Liberal Arts, English, economics will be their history. The Robert McKinney School of Law is actually the only school on our campus that does not offer an undergraduate degree. Our School of Med actually does. You can earn a degree in something such as clinical lab science or medical imaging technology. We have one of the largest schools of nursing in the country. The Lilly Family School of Philanthropy is actually the only one of its kind. The O'Neill School of Public and Environmental Affairs will be where you would take classes such as criminal justice or public policy. Our Fairbanks School of Public Health would be classes such as epidemiology. Our School of Science is also a Purdue school. So again, you would earn a Purdue University degree here. And then our School of Social Work. As I mentioned, we are located in downtown Indianapolis. You can see there that our campus is right there to the left of the screen. Everything that you would want to do within Indianapolis is within walking distance. What's great about that, it is the state capital. So you've got Fortune 500 companies, a lot of great entertainment, dining, restaurants, nightlife. You also are going to have federal, state, and local agencies. So everything's there. And Indianapolis is the third largest city in the Midwest, and it's only about 3 hours from Chicago, 4 hours from St. Louis, and 3 hours from Springfield, Illinois. So it really is in a great prime location. Our student life is very active on campus. We have 500 different student organizations, a fantastic multicultural center that includes many of our multicultural organizations, as well as resources for those students. Campus Rec, we have a huge campus rec center that does include one of the best pools in the country. Our natatorium is consistently ranked one of the best pools in the country. Division I athletics, on-campus housing, as I mentioned, and then events and programs that we have. So how do you become a Jaguar? It's a fairly simple process. We require the application, the transcript, the essay, an application fee or waiver, and we are test optional. So the application can be either the Apply IU or Common App. The transcript obviously is sent from your high school. The essay is only 200 to 400 words, so it's a very short essay. And then again, the application fee, which is $65, or an application fee waiver. Again, we are test optional. So if you'd like to submit your test scores, you can do that, but you're not required to do that. All of our programs that offer direct admission will actually have a pathway to direct admission that does not require test scores. So that's something important to know. This is generally what we're looking for when we review an application. So 2.8 or higher GPA with 1,000 SAT or 19 ACT. Again, this is if you decide to submit those test scores. If you decide to apply without test scores, we're looking for about a 3.0 or higher GPA along with that essay. So we try to be pretty transparent what our requirements are. We are part of the Midwest Student Exchange Program, so our out-of-state tuition is normally right around $30,000 per year, but as a resident of Illinois, you're automatically going to get a tuition discount of about $17,000 to $18,000. So our tuition and fees for 1 year, if you're a resident of the state of Illinois, is about $14,342. You can see there that the total cost of attendance is right around $28,000. That does include what we charge you, which would be the tuition and fees and the room and board, as well as additional expenses such as books and supplies, transportation, and personal costs. We do have a number of different scholarships that you can also be considered for in addition to that tuition discount. One is our merit admission-based scholarships. These scholarships are going to be based solely on your GPA, and you're automatically considered for those when you apply to IUPUI. We also have a fantastic honors college. The deadline for the honors college has passed for the fall of 2021, but it will open again for students who are interested in the fall of 2022. It does require a separate application, but all of our students who apply to the Honors College and are admitted to the Honors College will get some type of additional scholarship. This is the one kind of wrench in the whole test optional plan. The Honors College is still requiring your test scores. And we have a number of different diversity and competitive scholarships that students can apply for as well. Again, this deadline has passed for the fall of 2021, but will be available for the students interested in the fall of 2022. And that's my information. We do currently have virtual sessions as well as in-person tours. So please feel free to visit our website. We'd love to see you on campus. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for IUPUI, please put it down in the Q&A at the bottom. Next up, we have Millikin University.
Oops, didn't unmute myself, sorry. Hi everyone, my name is Derek. Thanks for being here. I am a first year counselor with Millikin University, proud alum as well, class of 2014. We are located right in the middle of the state in central Illinois, in Decatur. We're about 3 hours from Chicago, St. Louis, and Indianapolis. We're about 40 minutes to an hour away from Springfield and Champaign and Bloomington, if you know where those are. We have about 75,000 residents in Decatur, so I like to describe it as being in between a small town and a city. We have lots of great mom and pop shops and restaurants in town to eat at and visit. Lots of great opportunities through the Park District, a really big music and art scene as well, as a lot of great opportunities for jobs and internships with the many employers we have in town. Millikin at a glance, we have about 2,000 students on campus. That includes all first year, freshman through senior students, and transfer, international, and graduate students. We have an awesome 99.4% graduate success rate. So what that means is within 6 months of graduating, 99.4% of our students have found employment or went on to explore another educational opportunity after graduating. We have an awesome merit scholarship opportunity for students. Everyone that applies receives a merit scholarship that ranges from $14,000 to $20,000. So based on your GPA, credentials from high school, involvement, your classes, and things like that, the test score is optional. So everything else that you've done in high school, once you apply, you are awarded that merit scholarship. We also have other awesome opportunities that have some other requirements based on GPA or an essay and things like that for scholarships and grants, and then need-based aid as well to help with that tuition and room and board costs. Being a really small school, we have a great opportunity to offer you relationship building and a great mentorship program with your advisor and faculty and staff members. We have a 10-to-1 student to faculty ratio. Class sizes are about 16 to 18. So if you want that small school, very community focused, individualized attention, that's what you're going to get on campus. At Millikin, we're broken up into 4 schools and colleges. We have a comprehensive education system with over 50 academic majors and programs. Some of our top programs include the School of Nursing. We have a direct admit program there. And then education is pretty big, as well as anything within the College of Fine Arts. So musical theater, music, music business, acting, sound and stage design, art therapy, all those kinds of things. Exercise science and sport and pre-professional programs like pre-dentistry, pre-med, pre-vet, pre-law, those are pretty big as well as business. Campus life at Millikin, we have a really robust program on campus. We have a lot of students who are involved in one other organization, or they're involved in a sport, or they do community service. So we encourage students to get involved in those things too. But we offer over 100 organizations for students, things tied to academics, your major, career development, programming, leadership, fraternity and sorority life, everything and anything in between. You can also start your own organization, so I think that's pretty cool. And then we have 23 men's and women's Division III teams. We just added men's volleyball, wrestling just came back recently, and then women's triathlon is one of the newer programs. So lots of different ways to get involved on campus outside of going to class or working a job or internship and things like that. Study abroad program is really big as well. This is something I didn't do as a student, and I really wish that I did. But we have two options. You can travel as much as you'd like, or as it fits in your program. But if you wanted to do a full semester abroad, you can do that. You can also do an immersion, so that would be 2 or 3 weeks over spring or winter break. There is an even tuition exchange program, and then there's also scholarships and grants available through the international office if you needed help covering costs of travel. How to apply. We are on a rolling admission basis. So if you're a senior right now, you can still apply. We are still accepting applications. We have a free application online, millikin.edu/apply, or you can use the Common App. We're test optional, like I said before. All we need are your high school transcripts. And if you have a 2.75 or higher, you don't need to submit any other information. If you have a 2.75 or lower, we will ask for your transcript as well as 2 letters of rec or conducting an interview with one of our counselors. That way we can get to know you a little bit better. If you have letters of rec or an essay or anything like that, you can still submit that. We'd love to see that and kind of add to your story and add to your file to get to know you better when we're going through the process with you. Juniors application will open July 1st of your senior year. So July 1st this summer, you can apply. That's all I have for my time, but I will put some more information in the chat. And I also wanted to say that we're open for virtual and in-person visits if you're interested. Thank you.
Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Millikin University, please put it down in the Q&A at the bottom. Next, we have Ball State University.
Alrighty, good evening, everybody. My name is Matt Housley. I serve as the Assistant Director of Admissions for Diversity here at Ball State. I've been with Ball State now about 3 years, and I do serve as one of 2 of the admissions representatives that we have here at Ball State. So before we get started, we're going to go over a little bit about who we are, and then we're going to go through the academic experience that you could have at Ball State, a little bit about the social experience, and then last but not least, we'll finish it out, tying it up with our admissions requirements and cost and financial aid. So who is Ball State? We are a public state school. We're located in Muncie, Indiana. We consider ourselves a mid to large size institution. Our total enrollment is 22,500 students. We have about 16,700 undergraduates. We have 19 NCAA Division I sports. We compete in the Mid-American Conference. And to determine location where we're at, we are just about 4 hours from downtown Chicago. In terms of where we are located in terms of major cities in Indiana, we're about an hour and 15 minutes north of downtown Indianapolis, and we're about an hour and a half south from Fort Wayne. So a little bit about here our academic experience on campus. We do have 120 different academic programs, over 7 different academic colleges. A lot of our programs that we're known for, such as architecture, nursing, education, telecommunications and sports broadcasting, entrepreneurial management, property retail management, as well as theater and dance, and our Bachelor's of Fine Arts programs. We have a 94% career placement rate out of all of our academic colleges. And then if you are interested in learning more about all the different majors that we do have on our campus, you can visit bsu.edu/majors, learn more about the academic programs and what they could offer to you. Within our college, within our university as a whole and within our academic colleges, we offer a 14-to-1 faculty to student ratio. So even though we are a larger institution, we offer smaller class sizes. Our average class size here at Ball State is 23. And 92% of our classes are taught by faculty. So we understand you're going to be spending a lot of money to come to an institution to get an education. So we want to make sure that the faculty are teaching you, the faculty that you're paying are there to teach you in the classroom every day. I do want to talk a little bit about our immersive learning programs. This is something that's very unique to Ball State, but as a part of your coursework, normally 1 to 3 classes that you'll take on average will actually be experiential learning. So the entire program, the entire semester will actually have the ability for you to get in there and have some real world experience in your major, while also having an impact in our local community. Just like many of the other institutions here, we have a variety of support services for you, such as our academic advising office, our living learning communities out of our residence life, of course, our career center to deal with internships and career planning, as well as our multicultural support and our accessibility resources. Of course, at Ball State, you're also going to have a lot of fun outside of your classes. We have over 400 clubs and organizations here on our campus. We have organizations ranging from social justice to religious organizations, professional development and major organizations, multicultural and political organizations. We have an active Greek life, so we have 30 sororities and fraternities, 8 of the Divine 9 sororities and fraternities on our campus. We offer, of course, a variety of different campus programs that are always keeping our campus exciting and leaving our students very, very busy with a lot of things to entertain them. Of course, if recreation's your thing, we have a state-of-the-art rec center that was designed with our students' input in mind. We have 3 floors of workout equipment, 35-foot rock wall, variety of flexible hours, and of course, a ton of different club and intramural sports. If you are interested in playing at the athletic level, you're going to want to reach out to our athletic office directly. But of course, if you're just looking to watch and support our Cardinals play, all of our regular season home games are free for our students to attend with their student ID. We have state-of-the-art residence halls. All of our residence halls on our campus have either been recently renovated or built new. And we offer one of the best colleges in the Midwest for food. So if you are looking to find a good place to eat while you are living here on our campus, you will find no shortage of that here at Ball State. So I want to finish out here talking a little bit about what our admissions criteria is, as well as the financial aid side of things. We are not on the Common App, so you'll want to head to bsu.edu/apply. We will need your official high school transcript. Generally, we're going to be looking for about a 3.0 GPA or above. We do accept, of course, GPAs at a variety of ranges, but if you're looking for somewhere to shoot 3.0 GPA or above, we are test optional, just like many of the other schools here today. I highly recommend check out our frequently asked questions page on our test optional policy, as our test optional policy may be different from some other schools. If you're looking whether to submit your scores or not, our average ACT is a 23-11-60 on the SAT. Some additional materials may be required for some majors, but they're not going to be required for every major. And so that'll be something you're going to want to check out specifically on the application. We have merit-based scholarships. Our scholarships range anywhere from $11,000 to $16,000 a year. We have a scholarship calculator on our website, which would do a really good job of showcasing how much aid you may be eligible for. As you can see at the bottom of your screen, total fixed cost will be about $38,000, but with those merit-based scholarships, we can get that anywhere down to about $28,000 to about $21,000 for the academic year. If you have any questions regarding our scholarships, you can reach out to our financial aid office at finaid@bsu.edu. And last but not least, of course, I'm here to help, as well as Danny, our other admissions counselor for Illinois. My contact information is here. So if you have any questions, of course, feel free to reach out and I'll be happy to help you in the best way that I can.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Ball State University, please put it down in the Q&A at the bottom. Last but certainly not least, we have Columbia College Chicago.
Hello, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. So I am here to talk today to you about Columbia College Chicago. So my name is Tashana Thigpen, and I'm an admissions officer here at Columbia College Chicago, and my colleague James is also here in the chat as well. So if you all have any questions, feel free to drop those in the chat. So a little bit about Columbia College Chicago. We are a private art school located in downtown Chicago. We are right in the South Loop. So if you all are familiar with the Bean or Grant Park at all, we're right across the street on Michigan Avenue. So we have over 60 different undergraduate programs here, and a little bit about Columbia, but we mix your creative arts with your media arts and your liberal arts, which we reference as your general education, and also your business expertise. So of course, you're going to be focused on what you're here to learn, but you're also going to mix in those valuable skill sets that you're going to need to be employable anywhere. What you experience here at Columbia is hands-on learning, not only from your faculty members, but your peers as well. So not only will you be immersed with your peers in Chicago and at Columbia, but also you will have faculty members that are working in their fields today. So these are artists, these are wonderful people that are in the field today. They haven't worked 30 years ago. They're going out, they're learning some of the things, they're experiencing some of the things that you're experiencing within your field, and they're coming back and they're teaching you those wonderful things, and you have that hands-on learning, and you're able to network through your faculty members. We also allow a lot of room for collaboration. So not only will you be collaborating with your peers and your faculty members, but you'll also be collaborating with artists in and outside of the city of Chicago. So just a little bit about our numbers here. So we have about 7,000 undergraduate and graduate students here on campus, and we enroll about 2,000 new freshmen and transfer students each year. About 42% of our students identify as students of color, and also our average class size is pretty small. So we do have about a class size of about 18 students, which also brings about 12-to-1 student to full-time faculty ratio. We like to keep our classes small because we like our faculty members to really get to know you and who you are as a student and as an artist. That not only helps with your networking opportunities, but your education as a whole. So a little bit about our tuition and value. So right up front, we want to let you know that we are here to help. We understand that tuition is a big part of your decision in what college you're going to go to. So please reach out to an admissions officer if you ever have any questions, because we are here to help. So our tuition and fees for this past year, our students came in at just under $29,000 for the full academic year for fall and spring semesters. And then our estimated room and board can actually range anywhere from $8,000 up to $16,000, depending on your preference. Our housing is completely optional to all of our students, all 4 years here. And students, if you are applying for housing, you are guaranteed housing on campus. Our housing is located on our campus as well. So all of our campus buildings and your residence halls will be no more than a 5 to 15-minute walk back and forth to class. Our students also receive VenturiU passes so that you're able to ride the CTA buses and trains for free in the city of Chicago. So we talked about our tuition and value. So let's talk about a little bit about financial aid and how you can pay for it. So we do offer 3 different types of scholarships here at Columbia as an incoming student. The first way is by just applying. So as long as you apply, you will automatically be considered for any academic scholarships that we have. And that is going to be based off of any transcripts, anything you've done in your high school career, and your test scores if you allow us to see those, as we are test optional as well. The second way that you can receive scholarships is need-based. So if you fill out the FAFSA, we can consider you for not only federal or state possible aid, but also Columbia can also offer you aid based on you filing that FAFSA. So if you are eligible, please do so. And our last way is talent-based. So we have scholarships if you submit your portfolio by the deadline for every academic year, then you are considered for any talent-based scholarships that we have as well. And that's how you get our maximum scholarship package here at Columbia as an incoming student. So this is just a view of some of the different majors and programs that we have here. This is not all of them. This is just a quick list. So we are an art school. We want to make that apparent, but we also have a lot of different business and management majors. We have media majors, communication and writing majors. A lot of our students will pick and choose different minors and majors. So a lot of our students will pick up something like a business minor. Those are really popular here. So definitely you have options here. Please explore our majors at colum.edu/majors to view all of them available. So how do you get here? You just need to apply. So our application opens in August every year. Currently, we are accepting our application, so you can go to colum.edu/apply to go ahead and apply. And then you can also fill out the Common App. We accept that as well. And we are a rolling basis admissions school, so we are definitely accepting applications still for the fall semester. So feel free to visit us at colum.edu/visit or colum.edu/virtual. And thank you all so much for your time. And I'll drop my information and James in the chat as well. Have a wonderful one.
Awesome. Thank you so much. If you have any questions for Columbia College Chicago, please put it in the Q&A. We do have a few extra minutes, so my presenters for this evening, feel free to come on back on video so we can see your faces. And I have a question for you all. My question this evening is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we'll just go in presentation order. So McHenry County College, you're first.
Yeah, I think that's a really important question because I think most people just start searching colleges. I think you need to search yourself, right? Start looking into what are your needs and what are your wants, but also be honest and genuine with like, what's my budget and where can I get accepted and which schools can give me the career that I want in the long run. So not only searching schools, but search within yourself and start connecting the dots between those schools and just make sure not to overlook, just, really look at everything. Because I went to a school I would have never gone to if I didn't actually go onto that campus. And that's where I ended up going to college. So yeah, that's my best advice for you.
Awesome. Thank you. Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design.
I think when you are looking at colleges, you should, if you're especially looking in a specialized program like MyAd is, you should try to get on campus early. So specialized programs like MyAd have a pre-college program. So it's a great way to try out art school for 2 or 3 weeks because you really get to reaffirm for yourself like, yeah, you know what, that was my jam. I think this is, this is the type of school I should be looking at. Or after those 2 or 3 weeks, you can say, just kidding, not going to happen. And that's perfectly okay too. So try to get on campus either for an on-campus in-person tour or try to do a summer pre-college program. And for MyAd, we have scholarships available for that as well.
Thank you. Thank you. IUPUI.
So my advice actually echoes Kristen's a lot. I think it's very, very important when you are starting this process to know what your budget is going to look like and what you can reasonably afford. In conjunction with that, also make sure that you look at all the scholarship opportunities. There are different programs out there, like, for example, IUPUI has the MSEP program, which dramatically reduces tuition for Illinois residents. And a lot of other programs like that exist. A lot of scholarships exist as well. But I just think being very realistic with the budget is very important as you begin this process, because that's going to be one of the deciding factors when you ultimately choose where you want to attend.
Thank you. Millikin University.
Yeah, I agree with everyone. My number one was what Sarah said, visit the schools that you're interested in. But I also recommend always reaching out to the counselor, like wherever you apply, talk to the counselors. Like, obviously we're real people, we're all right here. We love this job, like we love working with students and families. So don't be afraid to ask us any questions. And if other offices like the financial aid office or the registrar's office, or, if you can meet with a faculty advisor or someone like that beforehand, before making a decision, utilize those things that they're offering to you.
Thank you so much. Ball State University, what would you add?
I would say really understand your admissions process. Just for example, I think about like our School of Nursing, for example, where you come in as a pre-nursing major and you may not end up getting accepted into that major at the end of your sophomore year. And so every school does a lot of different majors differently. So I echo Derek where it said, talk to your admissions counselor really about what that process looks like for you, because while you may get admitted now, that process could look different for you in your sophomore or junior year as you look to get into your college. So that is definitely a piece of advice that I think could be really helpful for some of you, especially if you're interested in specialized programs at a specific institution.
Awesome. Columbia College Chicago.
Yes, I think that the best advice that I can give students is just be authentic in your process. So, one thing we like to say here at Columbia is, we're trying to see if you're a good fit for us, but we need to make sure that we are a good fit for you as well. We need to make sure that we have the resources that you need in order to be successful. And that's all that we want here at Columbia. So, it's really, really important that you're authentic in this college search process and that you're asking for help when you need it. Please do, because that is what we are hoping that you do.
Awesome. Thank you so much. We have one other quick question. We can get through everybody if we keep it brief. What is your favorite event or tradition on campus in McHenry County College? Or first?
So I get to judge the pastry school final. So I get to actually eat the stuff that they're presenting. And I think that's just open for faculty and staff. So, but we also have a bakery on campus that the students who actually are in part of that program run that in the fall. So everybody gets to eat what the baking students are making as well as our culinary students. So that is just a little thing, but I love food. So I have to say that's my favorite.
Awesome. Thank you. Milwaukee Institute of Art and Design.
My favorite event, especially even as a MIAD alumni, was our creativity series. So MIAD invites one established artist and designer every year to have an artist residency on campus, work directly with students. And when I look back on my time as a student at MIAD, it was very fundamental to my curriculum and to be working with artists like the Gorilla Girls or LaToya Ruby Frazier. And it culminates in a lecture for the entire Milwaukee community. So it's a way of just bringing MIAD, Milwaukee, and this other artist into the fold, which is really great.
IUPUI.
I'm going to have to say our Jagathon. So we have a huge dance marathon that takes place in March of every year. It's the largest student event on our campus, and we raise money for Riley's Children's Hospital. So IUPUI has 5 hospitals on or attached to our campus, one of which is Riley's. And the Jagathon really involves the entire hospital. So the dance-a-thon will run through the hospitals and say hi to the children. And it's just a really positive event that we have on our campus that raises a significant amount of money every year. So definitely the Jagathon.
Millikin University.
This is a tough one. I'm an alum, like I said before, but I think my number one is probably the cookie party. It's something that happens like the last week of classes before Christmas break, winter break. And it was started by some women who were wives of the faculty and staff like 85 years ago. So it's a longstanding tradition, and alums come back for that too. They have a big room with cookies in it, more cookies than you could ever think could fit in a room. And everybody just enjoys that before finals.
This is making me hungry. Ball State University, you're next.
So ours is a little different, but at homecoming every year, it's happened for as long as I can know. It's called bed races. And it's actually where there's a twin size bed and they are on wheels, and tons of different student organizations. There are faculty, there are staff teams. They all get together and they basically push these beds down the center of our campus drive. And it goes on for about an hour to an hour and a half, depending on how many teams there are. And it's ranked like a tournament and everyone races and it's a big bracket. But they close the main street of campus down for it. And it happens every homecoming. And it's just so much fun to watch.
Awesome. Columbia College Chicago.
Yeah, so my favorite thing on campus, of course, is going to be Manifest. So at the end of every academic year here at Columbia, we put on a big party. Pretty much we shut down a section of Wabash Avenue, and we have all of our seniors show off the work that they have done. So any art that the students have created, whether this is a project they worked on for 4 years or whether it's something they worked on with a group for 3 months, all of our senior students showcase their work. And so everyone in the community is able to come down and be able to just enjoy this wonderful, wonderful event on campus. So I hope to have it next year. We're so sad we can't have it this year, but I am excited. We had it virtually though, so you all can always check that out on our website.
Awesome. Thank you all so much. I know I learned a thing or two, so I hope our attendees definitely did as well. Thank you to our panelists and presenters. You all were absolutely fantastic. And thank you to our attendees. Thank you for joining us. I hope you learned about these amazing institutions and get to check them out even after this session. Before you leave, just a couple quick little things here. After you close this window, a very quick, I mean, the words very quick are literally on your screen, 4-question survey will appear. So just give us some feedback. That would be super appreciated. Also, disregard the signing up for more sessions, as this is our last session for the evening. But last but not least, obviously, if you want to relive the fun for this evening, you'll probably be looking for that recording, and that'll come in the next coming days. The recording is available actually at strivescan.com/Illinois. So with that said, this is the end of our session. Thank you all so much for joining, and have a great night. Bye, everybody.